One of the things I love about, seasons changing is that when we change the seasons, we also get to change the staples in our line, right? So, bath bombs, they're still bath bombs and awesome, but we get to make them extra fun and switch up the scents. And same goes for, lotions and all of that jazz. But today we are doing the lip balms, which I'm super excited about because not only are we doing three different, taste varieties of it, we are also giving you a different recipe. So before I get into what that recipe is and why that's awesome, hello, I'm Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things, and sometimes we make the lip things, and that's what we are doing today. So we are making the fall line for the lip balms, which are awesome. And I think I did the lip balms last in the spring, and I gave you a recipe for that, and that's cool. But during the fall and winter months, I really do like to fiddle with the recipe a little bit more to make sure you have extra hydration that's super being locked into your lips all day long because it's colder and it's all the things. And so that is what we're going to be doing today, and I'm going to tell you all about the recipe and why I select the oils and all of the butters and the things that I do for the fall and winter version of our lip balms now. So let's go. Okay, so the fall lip balms, and I'm going to try to film this with a mic today to see if sound quality gets whatever, you don't care. So with fall lip balms, cocoa butter, just like in all of my lip balm recipes for sure. And that's 3.5-ish ounces, really. And also, instead of coconut oil, which we put in the summer lip balms, we put in shea butter. So shea butter is going to be, especially with cocoa butter, they're both going to be really, yes, hydrating, which is awesome, but they also have a nice protective barrier quality to them, which I really like in the fall and winter months. It gets colder and my, lips get weird, and sometimes it's all a thing. And so the shea and the cocoa butter together, that really helps out with the, again, protecting the lips, helping your lips keep their own moisture, which is, good and important. And I love that. Now, the wax that we put in, this is a Candelia wax. You can also use beeswax in a lip recipe formulation. None problems whatsoever. I mean, obviously, Burt's Bees is a very big and important and legitimate awesome thing. So yeah, beeswax, if you're into that, do that thing for sure. There's also a beeswax substitute, like a vegan bees, that I saw on Wholesale Supplies Plus a few months ago, and I was intrigued. And so I haven't actually picked it up, but I'm intrigued. Now, this is argan oil. Now, usually in the summer lip balms, we do an avocado oil, which is great. But for argan, I really like the plumping factor. I really like the nourishing factor, how it helps with fine lines, all that jazz. So I like putting that in the fall and winter lip balms. And then the castor oil is going to be great just all around for overall hydration and for also the feel of the lip balm itself as it's going onto the lips. It definitely produces a really nice glide. Now, if I were just making a lip gloss version, I would use probably more castor than the cocoa butter and, do the thing. Now we're going to melt it down and we will then, pour it and stuff. And on to the pour, and I actually just re-listened to the thing I just did with my the first little bit, and I'm really pronouncing my P's really a lot, and so I'm trying to move the microphone away from my face a little bit and maybe not eat it, but again, you don't care. So this is the flavor oil that we are doing a blend for this guy actually, because we have 3 new scent blends, or 3 new flavor blends rather. Something you can eat. Don't eat microphone, but lip balm. Cool. And this, I don't know what this one is actually, but we'll find out at the end. The pink is going to be, you know what? I'm not even going to try to guess. It's just Georgia May doing her thing. And so for a batch this size, I mean, for all fragrance or flavor oils that you use, I believe it's 1 to 3% of the total batch. Now, for something like this, a preservative is not necessary because there's no water in it. As long as you've made sure that you sanitize all of your containers, which is the most important part of making a lip product, is full sanitization for sure. And yeah, as long as you've made sure that you've done that, you do not need a preservative. You can put one in, sure, you can do all kinds of things, but I like to stay away from preservatives as much as possible. If I don't have to use them, I'm not gonna. And that is such a beautiful, beautiful mica. Now, with micas and lip products, you want to make sure that your micas are rated for lip and eye usage. And so this one is, it's one from Mad Micas. I don't know what color it is, but with the actual usage rates of micas in lip balms, so you can use quite a bit of mica, right? And it all depends on whether or not you want a tinted product. Now, this particular one, not a tinted product. It's a very light pink. It's meant to essentially just be pink in color and not actually be pink on your lips. Now, if you wanted to make it pink on your lips, you would add exponentially more. So she did this total batch size for this lip balm is, like 4 ounces in total, and she put in a teaspoon of mica. You can go up to, 4 teaspoons of mica before it starts getting weird and problematic. And then you really get the cool colors that come from, micas. And I actually love that. One of the other soapprentices, whenever she does lip balms, she always puts in a really, really bright, actual tinted lip balm of some sort. And that's cool. Like, she did a purple one. I want to say she did a purple one for the last fall line. I'm not sure. I don't remember anymore. But it was delightful because she actually blended a couple different micas together and created a really cool purple lip balm that legit had some color properties to it. And it reminded me of the lip balms, or I forget who makes them. I want to say it's Stila, but it might not be that. It's one of those chemical, your body chemistry, your lip chemistry, color changing things to get your perfect pink. I found with everybody that put this particular purple on, it's not like a chemistry, like a body chemical changing color or whatever, but it produced a really beautiful and perfect pink on everyone that used it. So not purple, but when you're putting it on whatever, it's all a thing. And Georgia May is amazing at the pouring thing. I'm actually really impressed because whenever I have to pour things into teeny tiny whatevers, it always ends up being a huge mess, and it gets everywhere, and it's nutty, and I'm not great with the pouring of the things. But look at her. She's perfect. She's good at all of the things. And yeah, so there's 3 different versions that we do every season. We do 3 different lip balms, and they are always awesome and cool. It's just this is the new fall ones, and so upping the nourishing with the shea and the argan, but still keeping the cocoa butter as well as the castor oil in it for, again, the protection, but also the glide of all of it to make it feel really great on your lips. Total slam dunk for fall and winter lines. Now, these guys will firm up. It'll only take about, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes based on the heat that this was poured at to firm up and get ready for, the secondary step, which is, doing the thing and making it all pretty on the top with your heat gun, really, and then capping them. Yeah, and I'm not going to show you the thing with the heat gun to make everything look pretty at the top because I forgot, I guess, and that's my bad. Sorry. But those are the 3 final, fall products. So we've got the pumpkin spice,
which is a really nice like copper sheen. I love the copper sheen one so much. Now that one I always do want very heavily pigmented because I do like the copper over almost anything. And the pink that she was doing is the apple cider, so that's awesome. And that's actually a delightful blend. I use that. I love that. And this one, the vanilla latte, this actually exists every year. I mean, the pumpkin and the vanilla exists every fall, no matter what. And that's always just a clear lip balm. And sometimes we put some sparkle in it with some sparkle mica, but mostly we don't. And so yeah, that's the those are the lip balms. And sorry, Soap Play Kidlets are running in and out, and that's my life. And another part of my life is figuring out how to stage things so they look pretty when it's a lip balm that's, you know, capped. And what do I do with that, really? Does that look better? Maybe we'll try it that way. And yeah. So that's day 202, the fall lip balms, and they are awesome. Remember, argan, shea, do that thing for sure.
So lip balms are definitely one of those products that it's really, well, technically speaking, all products are that. The hard and heavy lifting is always going to come in the back end when you are formulating your recipe, and always having a good fatty acid profile knowledge of what things do in soap, but also what they do when they're a leave-on product like a lip balm, super important. The process of actually making them doesn't take too long. So yeah, those are the fall lip balms, and I hope you guys like them. If you are interested in them, you can find them on the website at soapandclay.com. If you are interested in following me on social media, I am there, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And if you're interested in more soapy fun, lip fun, subscribe to the channel. You could click the button and it would make me happy. And for all of you who have made me happy all of the time, thank you so much for being subscribed. I appreciate you, and I hope you guys had some fun with today's video. It was a short and sweet one, which I super like because I have been so tired this fall season. It's really getting to me, and I need a little bit of downtime every once in a while. So I'm glad that we had a shorter video today, so I got a little bit of that. I am out of here for today, and I will see you guys all again tomorrow. Bye.